Ballard, we're ready for the semifinal match of the Louisville Open. We're at Fern Valley Strike and Spare in Louisville, Kentucky. I'm Jan Schmidt along with Cathy Dorin-Lizzi. Cathy, Kim Terrell looked pretty darn good starting that match with the first 7 strikes.
And she hasn't let up. She told us last night in her interview that she was going to come out aggressive from the get-go. The last show she was on, she wasn't aggressive till halfway through the match, and she regretted it. She wasn't going to make the same mistake twice, and she proved it. Front 6 the first game.
18 titles for Carolyn Dorin-Ballard, obviously 7 of them last year. What a string she had.
And now she's looking for her second title in 3 weeks.
Exactly. 2 weeks ago in Dallas, successfully defending her title. And actually, we have the battle here of the high school bowling spokesperson against the college bowling spokesperson. Kim represents College Bowling USA, and Carolyn represents High School Bowling USA. 2 great programs that are really growing. Bowling very popular in the youth nowadays.
And it's very important that we have all our areas covered by a great women professional representative. Carolyn's another crisp, clean, smooth bowler. A lot like Kim, the way they get the ball out into the lane nice and smooth. It's very easy for them to make adjustments because they can read their ball reaction. Very, very key to being a great bowler.
Final score in that breakthrough game. Kim Terrell came out on top. Kim Terrell made a big run, actually, yesterday, the entire day, to make this show. She started out in 16th going into yesterday, and 16 games later, she averaged 232 and qualified 3rd.
She was phenomenal yesterday.
So since Wendy Macpherson is out, we have our Sport Bowling Champions Challenge qualifiers. All the champions from this year so far: Kim Terrell, Michelle Feldman, Kim Adler, Kendra Gaines,
Brendan Norman, who that exciting win in Terre Haute, Cara, Leanne Barrett, who's our only 2-time winner, Carolyn Dorin-Ballard, who's still up to be 2-time winner, Kim Terrell also, and Marianne DiRupo from last week. Very exciting.
Yes, and that'll be our first event in the fall. It'll kick off a 10-week swing.
You can see Kim Terrell's high game 299 was against me, just to let everybody know I bring the best out in her.
Well, isn't that nice of you? Leaving a 10 pin, and fortunate not to have a 7-10. The 7 went out a little late.
Now you can see here Kim, great release, low, long arm swing, which gets the ball down the lane and saves the energy. But that came up a little light. Now this was the lane that she left the 2-8 at the end of the last game. So this may be that transition period that we're always talking about. She may have to make an adjustment. Switches to her plastic ball, easy spare.
Lane 13 was the lane Marianne and Wendy were going high on early in the match. So it looks like it did make either they made a big move or a big change in the lane. Carolyn now the reigning player and bowler of the year, dethroning Wendy Macpherson.
Carolyn and Kim actually stressed the same strength for the week. Equipment choices, it's just so easy for them to choose through their equipment, which gives them confidence not only in their equipment, but in the shot they're going to make with it. Those two have to go together, and they do. You see these two girls all the time.
16 and 8 in match play for Carolyn. A little bit light on that shot. Both shots on lane 14 now. She's been light.
Carolyn actually had the highest match play record and the highest TV pair average, 228.25.
Well, Carolyn's tired and ready for a break. She talked about her plans for that break.
Well, I decided to train in my motorhome. I had a 38-foot. Now I'm getting a 40-foot with triple slide, so it's going to be really nice, very roomy. And my husband and I, Dell, are probably going to take our first vacation in 2 years. For our anniversary, I bought us a trip to Puerto Vallarta, and contrary to popular belief, I am a good wife.
Well, how about a sister? Is she a good sister, Cathy?
She's an awesome sister. Although she never took me to Puerto Vallarta. Oh, my God. She could not have thrown that any better. That was definitely a stone 8 shot. That was perfect, perfect. She got robbed, but if you're ever going to leave one, that's the shot.
So I hope Dell saw that. I'm wondering if he'll concur.
He will if he wants to go on that trip. Carolyn also switches to the plastic ball. Plastic balls, remember, are the one ball you know where it's going. It's going to go 60 feet, and it's going to go right where you throw it. So for all of you that don't throw a plastic ball at your spares, you might want to try it because it works.
And that's because the shell doesn't grip the lane.
Doesn't grip the lane at all, and it will go exactly where you throw it, and it's very important to have a straight arm swing. And it will allow you to have a straight arm swing if you work at it.
So Terrell defeated Ballard this week in match play, and actually overall, not counting TV, 6-3. Terrell over Dorin-Ballard, but leaving a 7. Dorin-Ballard has the edge on TV, 2-1 against Kim Terrell.
That was another great shot by Kim. She got robbed. That was a stone 7-pin.
So both of these ladies seem to have a good shot to the pocket. Question just carry.
Kim had mentioned that also. Her carry was phenomenal the last day of match play, where it wasn't the day before. She just grinded, did her job, won her matches. But that last day made all the difference. Here you can see this week the surface was wood, the volume of oil 24.95 milliliters per board. Length of oil was 38 feet, and we're on defense oil.
Match all even right now. That on our mini scoreboard, sponsored by Travelodge Hotels. Max score for both ladies, 268. Both working on a spare in the 4th frame.
Kim said she was going to take one match at a time tonight. She wasn't going to get ahead of herself, and she wasn't going to focus on what has already happened. One match at a time.
A rockin' 4-pin.
She didn't look too happy with that at
No.
the point of release. I think she's very happy she left just the 4-pin. You can see here, she got a little left to target. Wasn't a very good true roll on the ball either, so she was very honest in not being happy with it. You can tell. Right there, right at the get-go, she knew it wasn't a good shot, so she's fortunate just to leave the 4-pin. Easy spare for Kim.
She covers it up. We'll be right back with the rest of the semifinal match. Through 4.5 frames, Carolyn Dorin-Ballard has the edge by just 1 pin. Stay with us.